Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. We have a chilly fall morning here. I've been sipping coffee and enjoying my morning, but I wanted to come on here and do a video and show you guys a little keepsake bag that I made for my aunt's sewing things. My aunt passed away several years ago, and she was a really special person, and I got some of her sewing things after she passed away, and I've just had them in a box for years, but I wanted a way that I could set these out and display them in the sewing room and really enjoy just looking at these, and it brings back such good memories of her. And so I've made this bag out of ticking. Now, we used to call this feather ticking, and it was used for making feather beds and feather pillows. My mom used to actually have some feather beds and feather pillows, and let me tell you, if you've never slept on a feather bed, you don't know what you're missing. They are so comfortable, or at least in my opinion. Anyway, I just love sleeping on those old feather beds and the feather pillows. Now the ticking, I'll tell you a little bit about that before we go on, a little bit of a history lesson, I guess you could say. The feather ticking years ago was made different. On the back side here, it was coated with kind of felt like flannel on the back side, but it's not made that way anymore. That coating on the back side was just made right into the fabric, and it kept the feathers from coming through. It would hold those feathers in there better. But anyway, I made this bag, and I've attached some lace here at the top, and you can see here these big hand stitches that I put this bag together with, and I just wanted it to have that rustic vintage look to it. And I've attached this tag here with her name. Her name was Valley, and as I said, she was a really special person in my life. I punched a tag out here with a punch that I have, and then I covered the punch with this fabric, cut out around it, and then stamped her name on here. Now, these pieces here, these white pieces, are feed sacks that she had. The roses are fussy cut from dresses that she wore. The buttons here are buttons that she had in her stash. So are the pins. And these buttons here, I'm pretty sure this is bone. And these are so pretty. They look like mother of pearl or something. And she had a lot of these. These are like a glass. They're not plastic. And this is a glass button. Let me turn it around there. That's a glass button. The pieces here, I just stamped. I thought they would look nice on there, and I just stamped these images and attached on. And then this is a little piece of trim that I had, and I'll get in the bag here. Oh, I'll show you the back. I did attach a piece with just some big stitches. I attached another piece of feed sack back here. And this is a really, really old piece, and I'll show you that piece here in a second. Go ahead and get this little box out. Now here are some more pieces of, this is just, I saved these little tiny pieces of feed sack, and I have some more of this put away in another place, but I just wanted to save these because I might attach these little pieces to something else someday. You never know. So these things here, now I know what these are. These are wire cutters, but they're really old. You can see there, they're really, really old. But this tool here, I have no idea what it was used for. It does look to be handmade, like a blacksmith has made it. My dad was a blacksmith, and he would make tools, and so I recognized the handwork. I would help him a lot in his blacksmith shop. He would make garden hoes and tools and things, and he sold a lot of garden hoes, and he gave a lot away too, back in the 70s and 80s. And but anyway, this tool here there's a little notch here in each piece of this right here. And so the piece here, this little like a rivet that goes through there, that has been put in there by hand. It's, as I said, it's all been done by hand. It has that rough look to it. And so I don't know if anybody knows what these are. Let me know in the comment section below the video, because I would love to know what this was used for. But I'm sure that it was special, maybe, you know, to my aunt. Maybe these belong to her dad. I have no idea. But anyway, I just wanted to keep them. So there's that. And then here's that piece of feed sack. And this is well worn. It's just about threadbare. And you can see there it's really been used. There's some paint on there. And this had been used for different things. And I remember when ladies would use pieces of feed sacks, they would cut out a square and then they would turn them this way, form like a triangle, and then they would tie these around their head, tie this under their chin, and you know, to keep their head and ears warm in the winter. And so there's just another bit of a little history lesson there. But anyway, I thought this fabric was really pretty, and you can tell by this pattern that this is like super old. But this is just some of my rusty treasures. Now, in here I have buttons that she had, some thread spools, and she's wrapped some embroidery threads around these spools here. And here's like an old glass bead that she had in there, and there's some buttons on that old piece of cardboard. You can see how old that is. And then these buttons are really pretty, really interesting. A lot of these buttons are. There's her thimble. There's another one. Here's one that is, I'll show you here. This one is all metal. You can see a piece is gone right here. But I just love my old rusty treasures. There's another one. Just so many interesting things in here. And I do have some more buttons that she had put away in something else. But I've really been enjoying this. I've left it out on a shelf over here by the sewing table. And sometimes I come in here and get this out and just look through it. And I just have such good memories of her. When I would go visit her when I was a little girl, she would let me sew on her old white brand treadle sewing machine. And she and my mom both had treadle machines. I still have my mom's. And they both taught me to sew. When I would go visit my Aunt Valley, she would let me sew on her treadle. And so that's just some really good memories that I have of her. And it took me a long time to be able to cut into those feed sacks or do anything with this stuff. And I thought, you know, you only live once, so why not enjoy the things that you've got instead of keeping them in a bag or a box or a drawer or whatever. You know, get them out and enjoy them. So you guys have a good day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.